If she chooses you, my army will invade your land without mercy. But you think I fear you? My soldiers are better armed. It will be easy to crush your kingdom.
Long ago, beside the great restless ocean, there was a peaceful coastal village known as a henkram. The village was surrounded by tall palm trees, red earth paths, and fertile farmlands that stretched toward the hills. Fishermen returned each morning with heavy nets, farmers sang as they worked, and children laughed freely in the open squares. A henkram was ruled by wise and respected king known Chief Kofi Ndambo, a man known for his calm voice and fair judgments. By his side ruled Queen Amina, gentle in speech but firm in wisdom. Together, they ruled not with fear, but with love. Because of this, a henkram flourished. For many years, the palace was peaceful, yet silent. The king and queen had no child. The people prayed with them, believing the ancestors would one day answer. One early morning, as the ocean breeze brushed the village, joy filled the palace. Queen Amina gave birth to a baby girl. The drums of a henkram sounded from sunrise to sunset. Elders poured libation, thanking the ancestors. The child was named Amina, meaning one who brings peace. From childhood, Amina was different. She listened more than she spoke and watched more than she judged. As she grew, her beauty became known, but more than that, her heart became the pride of a henkram. The elders often said, "This child carries the spirit of the ancestors." And truly, Princess Amina grew not only to be the daughter of the king, but the daughter of the people. Princess Amina did not live hidden behind palace walls. At dawn, she walked among the villagers. She helped women pound grain, carried water with young girls, and listened to the worries of fishermen whose nets returned empty. "Thank you, Princess," an old woman once said after Amina helped her gather firewood. "You thank me too much, grandmother," Amina replied. "We belong to each other." Children followed her everywhere. They admired her braided hair, her soft laughter, and her kindness. "When I grow up, I want to be like you," a young girl said one day. Amina knelt and smiled. "Be kind first. That is greater than being a princess." Her parents watched her with pride. Chief Kofi often said, "A ruler is measured not by power, but by how deeply the people trust them." As Amina matured, news of her beauty and character spread beyond a henkram. Travelers spoke of a princess who worked with her hands and ruled with her heart. Slowly, this fame traveled across rivers, forests, and distant lands. One season, strangers began arriving, well-dressed men with servants and gifts. They came in decorated canoes and long caravans. They were princes. Each came with the same intention, to marry Princess Amina. Gold bracelets, woven cloths, ivory carvings, and rare foods filled the palace. Yet with every gift, Amina felt a growing heaviness in her chest. Something was not right. Prince Zuberi, tall and proud, arrived first. "My father rules the northern lands, our armies are strong. The purpose of my arrival is to propose to Princess Amina if your majesty is willing. As a father, I would be very honored if Amina became your queen. However, for this matter, I will discuss it with Amina first." Prince Malakei came next, smiling confidently. "My people are wealthy and well-fed," he said. "I will make Amina a queen of abundance." Prince Bashiru, draped in fine cloth, added, "My land controls the sea routes. Power follows me." Soon, many princes filled the guest compound. Later on, King Kofi Ndambo convened a meeting with the queen and their daughter. "My dear daughter, as you know, numerous princes from various kingdoms have arrived at our palace," he began. "Yes, father, I'm aware of that. But what brings them here?" "They have come to propose marriage to you, my daughter. However, I am unable to decide which prince to endorse. I will leave that choice up to you. Your mother and I will gladly support your decision." "All right, father, I can't respond right now since I don't know them yet. I'll make an effort to meet them later this evening." As the princes awaited Princess Amina's decision, they gathered in the guest palace, tension thick in the air. "Princess Amina will surely choose me," one prince boasted. "My father was a renowned ruler of the northern land." Another scoffed. "Impossible. I am the only crown prince of the eastern lands, famous for abundant food and wealth. Of course she will choose me. And do not forget, my navy is unmatched. A third prince laughed loudly. Hold on, it is not that simple. My father rules the West, and compared to my vast riches and prosperous people, you are nothing. The princess will certainly choose me. Hidden nearby, Princess Amina listened in shock as the princes praised themselves while belittling others. Their voices grew harsher, their pride turning into cruelty. One prince snarled,
If she chooses you, my army will invade your land without mercy. But you think I fear you? My soldiers are better armed. It will be easy to crush your kingdom.
A third burst into laughter.
I swear if I'm not chosen, my father's entire war fleet will destroy this land. I will burn the earth until nothing remains.
Suddenly, another prince shouted, If you dare lay a finger on Princess Amina, you must first step over my body. Enough of this nonsense, one interrupted arrogantly. There is no need to argue. I will be the one chosen, so stop wasting your time and breath. Tears filled Princess Amina's eyes as she quietly returned to her chamber. What she had witnessed filled her with fear. She was no longer just confused, she was terrified of making the wrong decision. She now understood the truth. This was no longer about marriage. Her decision could decide the fate of thousands. Princess Amina went to her parents and spoke honestly. Father, mother, she said, these men speak of war. My choice may bring blood to a Henkram. King Kofi lowered his head. Queen Abina wiped her tears. We feel the same fear, my child, the queen whispered. After long silence, the king spoke. Seek the guidance of the ancestors. Let them show you the path. That night, Amina left the palace alone and walked to the sacred cliffs by the sea, a Henkram shore. The waves roared like spirits speaking. For 3 days and nights, prayed, and listened. On the 4th morning, peace filled her heart. She had found her answer. Princess Amina returned to the royal palace. Her face was calm, her steps steady, as though she carried a secret deep within her heart. She ordered that all the princes be gathered before her. As soon as they saw her, excitement filled the hall. Princess, one prince asked eagerly, will we finally hear your answer? Another smiled proudly and said, she is truly beautiful, worthy of being my queen. A third laughed confidently. There is no doubt about it. The princess has chosen me. We cannot wait any longer, another prince added. Please, tell us your decision, Princess Amina. Princess Amina listened quietly to their words. She did not argue, nor did she show irritation. Instead, she smiled gently, her expression calm and unreadable. Princes, she said softly, thank you all for coming. The hall fell silent. I want you to know this, she continued. Early tomorrow morning, come to the cliffs of a Henkram shore. There, I will give you my answer. The princes looked at one another in confusion. None of them understood what the princess meant, but they all agreed to her request, each believing the answer would favor him. The long-awaited day finally arrived. The news spread quickly throughout Henkram and other villages, and soon, the entire shoreline was filled with villagers eager to hear Princess Amina's answer. Princess Amina arrived at the shore accompanied by her parents. She looked stunning in the colorful silk dress she wore. Her long hair flowed beneath her crown, and her eyes were firm yet calm, carrying a quiet resolve. After greeting the princes, Princess Amina stepped forward and walked alone toward the sacred cliff where she had once meditated. As she moved, the crowd fell silent, watching her every step. She turned to face the princes and spoke clearly. Princes, listen carefully to what I am about to say, for I will not repeat it. I do not want bloodshed, and I do not want villages or kingdoms to go to war with one another. All I desire is for our people to live in peace, safe, prosperous, and free from fear. I cannot bear the thought of war and hatred. She paused, her voice steady. You princes will continue to live in comfort, no matter what happens. But remember this, your people will not. Then she took a deep breath and continued. For this reason, I have decided to accept all of your proposals. This is my decision, made to protect innocent lives from the cruelty of war. Princess Amina turned to her parents, her voice softening. Mother, Father, thank you for raising me with love. I know I can never fully repay your kindness. But fate has already chosen my path. I do this for the good of us all. Later, colorful life will appear on this beach. Let the people take it. They may cook it or scatter it on their farms and rice fields. Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, Father. No one present understood what Princess Amina meant. Suddenly, she turned toward the ocean. Before anyone could stop her, Princess Amina leapt into the sea. Amina, my daughter. Princess Amina. No, Princess. Great waves rose and closed over her body. Seeing his beloved daughter disappear into the water, the king cried out and immediately threw himself into the sea. The princes followed, and so did the people who had gathered at a Henkram beach. Save my daughter, the king shouted. Search everywhere, do not stop until you find her. Where is the princess? Everyone searched desperately. They scanned the waves, dove into the water, and called her name again and again. But no one found her. Princess Amina had chosen to become one with the ocean. When the people were finally exhausted and forced to stop searching, the sea grew calm once more, as if it had accepted her sacrifice. Suddenly, thousands of colorful, shining sea creatures rose from the water, bright, red, gold, blue, and white. The elders gasped. She has become a blessing. The king then ordered the people to collect the colorful sea creatures and take them home. Some were cooked as food, while others were scattered across rice fields and farmlands so that the crops would grow strong and healthy, just as Princess Amina had wished. Meanwhile, the princes returned to their lands without the princess. Yet her sacrifice changed them. Each became a leader who valued peace, respected his people, and understood the meaning of true sacrifice, just as Princess Amina had shown. And every year, a ceremony is held at a Henkram shore to honor the memory of the kind, brave, and wise Princess Amina, whose love for her people lives on forever. Don't forget to subscribe to African Folktale by Zamper for more powerful African stories.